What's going on, everyone? Today I thought I'd talk about a movie that we have coming out a couple months from now, or a month from now. I don't really know when it's coming out. I think it's in May. It's the new King Arthur Legend of the Sword movie. And I specifically just want to talk about my problem with it. And this is coming from a non-biased place. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, I completely understand. My opinion, can't stress this enough. This is my opinion on the movie, everything I'm expecting, and that kind of stuff. My opinion. If you don't agree, it's okay. So what's my problem with this property? Guy Ritchie. I like Guy Ritchie a lot. I really do like him. I think he's a really good director. He's made some incredible movies. He's got a certain flair, a certain style that definitely works for some genres, some categories, certain things. His style of storytelling does not work for King Arthur. I love the story of King Arthur. I think the whole Knights of the Round Table, the Sword and the Stone, all that kind of stuff, it's so interesting, it's so unique, and it's the stuff of legend, and it makes legend. And I think the way that we're telling this story in this new movie, based on everything I've seen in the trailers, it doesn't seem like the classic swashbuckling knight's tale I want it to be. It seems like it's a Guy Ritchie movie. And I like Guy Ritchie movies. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying for the style we've seen, I don't like it for what I'm seeing for my King Arthur movie. I want it to be like this big sweeping epic where we see this hero come up from where he is, and everything I've seen, it looks like Sherlock Holmes meets the Man from U.N.C.L.E. in medieval times with Jax. You know, whoever the fuck he is in Sons of Anarchy. I'm not a big Charlie Hunnam fan. I'm not going to hold that against this movie. But I don't know. Everything about this movie, it makes me worried. The CGI looks okay at best. But it's the directing. The directing, it's so bothersome. It looks shaky cam, looks fast-paced. That's not what I want to see in a King Arthur movie. I want to see like a grand epic scale. Something like we've seen with the Excalibur movie. Or even, something like Gladiator. Something like that. Something that's got some epic feel to it, but it can be condensed down too. This just feels kind of just like everything else we've seen Guy Ritchie do. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. He's done some really good movies. But I don't like the style I'm seeing for this particular movie. Maybe that's just me. If you feel differently about it, I don't know. This movie, I want it to be good because I want to see a definitive version of King Arthur. Because up until now, I think my definitive version of the knights and all that stuff is Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. I love those guys. And I think they told the story well, and they told it in a way that I think looks better than what we're seeing for this King Arthur Legend of the Sword. Now, the trailers I've seen, the dialogue's fast-paced, it's kind of quippy, there's some certain things that I'm okay with a few things, but it's really the directing that's bothering me. It just looks too much like Guy Ritchie's style, and I don't think that works for the story that's trying to be told here. And I like some of the actors we have in this, We got, Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, he's in here. We got Jude Law. I love Jude Law. The Young Pope was one of my favorite series this year. And I want to see this be good. I really do. But the directing scares me. The dialogue scares me sometimes. And I don't think this is going to be as good as the movies I want it to be. This is not going to be the definitive version of King Arthur. And I really wish it was. Because I think we need a version now. It's modern times like this. We could see a good version of King Arthur done. And I want to see a version like that done. But this is not going to be it. I'm really worried for this movie because it's Guy Ritchie. And I like Guy Ritchie. I said that before, I like Guy Ritchie. But his style does not work for a movie like this. And it's making me worried for the property. So let me know what you guys think of the movie or Guy Ritchie in general, if you're excited or not. And maybe you share my opinions, maybe you don't. I'll see you in the next video. Good luck.